lesson if you take it. Quadratics under. You need to memorize quadratic equation x squared bx plus c equals 0. How to get the solution, right? Completing square method you should know, and normal factorizing, right? Hope you remember completing square method, right? Completing square method you can do it on two ways, right? One way, two method I told you, 2x squared minus 12x plus 3 equals 0. How do you write? Most probably answer asking, how do you write this one in this form, right? So then there are two methods to do it. First method is you can take the 2 out and x squared minus 6x. Outside you can leave it 3. Then select the coefficient of x minus 6. Divide by 2 minus 3 take it. That one square it and add and subtract for the equation, right? X squared minus 6x plus minus 3 squared 9, no? Plus 9 minus 9 plus 3 outside. So then this part you can write it in quadratic form. 2 into x minus 3 squared, this into this, minus 9 plus 3, right? Then you can remove the bracket. What we did was, this is coefficient of x squared, make it 1 first, right? That is, then x minus 3, then you can remove the bracket of this, right? 2 into x minus 3 squared minus 18 plus 3, right? So this is the method minus 15, right? Now this is similar to this. You can write PQR answer. P is a 2, Q is a 3, R is a 15, right? This is the method 1. Second method is the same thing you can do it in. If they give, especially that method, you can use it if they keep it inside the bracket. Now let's say I do it here, then you can compare it with method easy. 2x squared minus 12x plus 3. If they ask you to make it inside the bracket, P, Px minus Q squared minus O plus this way. If they ask you to keep it P inside, you can apply this method. You can square it this one. You know Px squared is P squared x squared. This one Q squared is this one. This into this double 2P Q x plus R, right? So this is the equation. You can comparing method, right? This is the second method. 2 equal to P squared, then P equal to plus or minus root 2, right? So then comparing the x1, you can write it 2PQ minus 12 equal 2PQ, right? So then P you found it, no? Root 2, then root 2 Q over minus 12. Either method, then Q equal minus 12 divided by 2 root 2. Then Q equal to minus 6 over root 2. Okay, this is the P value we found it, Q value we found it. Then R value we can find by comparing the constant value. This one, constant value Q squared and the R. 3 equal to Q squared plus R. Now Q you found it. Q squared is what? 36 over 2. 3 plus R. Then this take to this side. This is 18. R equal to 3 minus 18 minus 50. This way even you can write the answer. Then you can write your answer. P we found it root 2 x. Q you found it minus 6 over root 2 squared. R is what? Minus 50. Right? Either method you can apply. Once you take it P inside, this is sum. You can expand and see same answer coming. Root 2x squared coming 2x squared. Right? This over this coming 36 over 2, that is 18 coming. right? So likewise, this into this double, right? This into this double, 12x come, right? Likewise, either method using, they will definitely ask one question, completing square method, right? Next one, substitution method, right? Once you get quadratic equation or cubic equation, more than that, right? More than that equation, that means by using substitution, if you need to do, let's say this kind of equation, x minus 4 root x minus 12 equal to 0. This is you need to use substitution. Root x equal to p of anything you can use. So then this is t minus 4 root x means t. 4 root x 4 root x means t. Then root x is what? T squared. This is t squared minus 12 equal to 0. Right? So then this is you can factorize in normal way. Right? 6 and 2 equal to 0. This is minus 6 plus 2. T minus 6 equals 0. T equals 6 is a one answer. T plus 2 equals 0. T equal to minus 2 is the answer. Right? This is substitution method using. This is not the answer. Then go for this. This or this. Get the answer. X equal to t squared. No. 6 squared. 36 is a one answer. Other one. X equal minus 2. Minus 2 within bracket squared. That equal to 4. Okay. This will ask another question. Definitely substitution method using. That is not a one in between one question. As a sub question, they will give you this, right? Sometimes they will ask, if they ask, now let's say 32 x to the power 10, right? 31 x to the power 5. Don't get confused, then get it substitution. X to the power 5 equal a or something, right? Then x to the power, this is squared it. This is squared it. A squared equal to 5 into 2, this is 10. Then 32 a squared minus 31a minus 1 equals 0. This is same as factorize using the calculator, right? Then get the a answer and get the then x answer. 1 and then a minus 1 and 32 a minus 1 equal to 0, right? This is plus 1, right? So then this is how you are getting the answer. So then you are getting a equal minus 1, a equal 1 is the answer. Other one, a equal to minus 1 over 32. Then go for this and this or this and get the answer. X to the power 5 equal 1, x equal 1, right? So then here also, other answer also substitute x to the power 5 equal minus 1 over 32. Then get the fifth root using calculator, right? Using calculator, take the fifth root. That means 2, right? Minus 2, right? Then I remind you, this is substitution method. Next one, that means 2, right? Minus 2, right? Then I remind you, this is substitution method. Next one, if you have a doubt, send me maximum and minimum values, right? You remember, no, this is a minimum value. This is a maximum value, right? So if you get quadratic equation, this is coefficient of x squared less than 0, minimum. A is greater than 0, maximum, right? This is a thing you have to keep it remember, right? This is also called stationary point, right? You know by completing square method how to find the maximum minimum point and differentiating how to find the maximum minimum point. Sometimes they ask 1 mark question, then you need to find, now let's say they have given fx equal, they are giving some value 16x minus 7
minus 4x squared. So by giving this first part, they will ask completing square method. So then second part, 1 mark question asks whether maximum or minimum. What is the maximum minimum for? Then save your time. Don't go to differentiate. From this, you can straight away get the answer. Minus 4, divide each and every term. Then 4x minus 7 over 4. Right? Then it's plus here. So then here, you are getting the answer here. So then this is completing square method using, if you get it, this is x minus 2 squared, no? Minus 4 plus 7 over 4, right? So what I want to tell you is now, everyone know completing square method, right? So then you are getting, when you simplify this, 8 minus 7 is 1. This is you are getting answer. 9 minus, this is this into this, minus 4 into x minus 2 squared plus 9 answer will come when you simplify this one and multiply with this. Right? This is your fx answer. Then you are getting what? Maximum, no? Maximum point coordinate, we can straight away decide from this. X minus 2 equals 0, x equal 2, y equal 9. 1 mark question. Don't waste your time to differentiate and 2, 9 here. You are getting maximum curve. Maximum curve comes like this because here x0, y value is what? You know, x0, this is 0, this is 0, minus 7. Then you have to mark minus 7 here. This is 2, 9. Okay. That is how easily you can get this 1 mark without going for differentiation. Just waste your time. Okay. Then sketching the graph, you should know maximum, minimum. If they have given the graph, they ask you to find the maximum, minimum point, curve equation they can ask, because from long time they have not given this kind of question. Let's say curve given, perfect marking with they are giving. Now let's say this is minimum coordinate given 2, minus 6. Okay. So 2, minus 6 given. How do you identify this is equation, right? Now let's say this is value also given. This is value also given. Then you can write x minus 2 squared minus 6 as a curve equation. Understand? Understand? So then this is the way you can, when the curve given, you can write the equation, right? That also you should know both ways, right? And inequality form given, quadratic equation, how to do it. Now let's say if they ask you to set of value of x, set of value of x, they can ask, now let's say x squared minus 3x greater than or equal 10. What is the set of value of x? If you write minus 3x minus 10 greater than or equal 0. So then what are the factors of this? Then you will get it x minus, this is pi and 2, no? Pi and 2, right? So then this is plus 2, this is minus 5. So then this is take it as a y greater than or equal 0 value. This is you are getting minimum curve, no? Right? Minimum curve means 5 and 2. X equal minus 2, x equal 5. Right? Y and x. This is a minimum curve. Right? Symmetrical axis here. That you can find it now. This is 2, this is 5, 7 means this is 3.5. Right? So that is, I'm just telling, how do we find this? Which one greater, which one less? This is 0, no? Y greater than 0 means this part and this part. Okay? So then you can find it x greater than 5 because y greater than 0, no? That means 0 here, y greater than 0, this part, x greater than 5, x less than or equal minus 2. So then you can write your answer, x greater than or equal minus 2, x greater than or equal 5, x less than or equal minus 2, right? This 1 mark, most of them not getting because they confused with this. Draw the graph and take it, then you don't get confused, right? So this is the basic quadratic graph. Find the solution, right? Now, if you get this quadratic equation, other thing you should know, discriminant, right? Now, this is the normal solution we are getting from this. This is you are getting your formula sheet also, right? This is we call discriminant. If this discriminant greater than 0, only you are getting two solution. That means curve comes like this, right? Two solution, plus or minus two solutions getting, this is greater than 0. There's another value comes here, that is why plus or minus these two solutions, right? This is x-axis with or any other line. B squared minus 4ac equals 0 means this is become a tangent. 1 point. Because this is 0 means there's no plus or minus, only this answer. Right? Next one, discriminant less than 0 means, that means this and this no relationship, not touching or not intersecting. Right? These things practical, they don't ask directly question. Indirectly, they check your knowledge, prove that there's no root, prove that there are two roots. Then this one, prove that there are no roots means you have to prove that discriminant less than 0. Prove that this is a tangent. So then make it equal 0 and prove that answer. Now, if you get a quadratic equation, something like this with some constant value, k plus 2x squared plus this some confused way they are giving. This is, so then make a normal quadratic equation like this. K plus 2 squared, right? Minus 4k plus 2x plus 4k equal to 0, right? So then here, prove that. Now let's say this one they ask, this has a two equal roots, they said. Two equal roots means discriminant should what? Greater than or equal 0, just equal 0, right? Or greater than or equal 0, both two roots, no, right? So then greater than 0, you can take it. Two roots, no? So then B is what? Minus 4k plus 2 whole thing squared. Minus 4 into A is what? This one. K plus 2. C is 4k greater than 0, right? So then here also same way you have to, what we did it here, y greater than 0, that way you get the k values. Set of value of k, no, they ask. Set of values of k, right? So then 16k squared plus 4, this into this double 16k. This is 4k into 4 is 16k squared. 16 into 2, 32k greater than 0. So then you can get the here actually answer, you don't get quadratic, otherwise you have to this minus this 16k plus 4 greater than 0, you can take it 4 greater than 16k, k is less than 1 over 4, 4 divided by 16. But if you get a quadratic one like this, you take it like this. Make it k greater than 0 where draw the curve maximum or minimum and get the answer, right? So then you know that intersection of line and tangent to the line and not touching or not intersecting, these three occasions we discuss, right? So then next level you should remember this quadratic lesson, you should remember, that's it, right? How to find the discriminant, there are three occasions. Completing square method, there are two occasions. Identifying maximum minimum, right? From the completing square method, one way you can do it. Maximum minimum also you can find it from differentiation, right? Then second lesson, function lesson, you should know what is function. There are two ways we can define the function. 1 to 1n, because this you need to write the answer. And many to 1. Many to 1. That means 1x to 1y. Or many x to 1y. Y is always 1, right? So inverse function, this definition, definitely you have to use it for this because question asks why this function has an inverse function, right? Inverse function as we defined 1 to 1 only, right? Very simple answer, you can write it all the times because when the question asks, if the question asks why this has an inverse function, you can just write this answer. This is 1 to 1 function. That is why this has an inverse. Then opposite way they ask why this function has no inverse function. Then you can write this is not a 1 to 1 function. 1x to 1y means function. Many x to 1y means that also function, but inverse function always define 1 to 1 only, right? Now, this is not a 1 to 1 function. Why? 1x, look at this. There are 2 y's, right? This is not a function, right? These ones are function, but no inverse function. Why? If you get this one, here there are 2 values. That is why when they draw the curve, they ask now let's say this comma 2 comma 3. So they define the domain for this. Domain means what? Input value of x, right? Input value no x. Now they define the domain x greater than or equal to. So then we don't consider this part. We consider this part only. Why? This one has an inverse function. Because from this graph, this half have taken out, right? So then each and every x value, there is a 1y value, not many. So then 1 to 1 function, this has an inverse, right? Always according to the domain, decide your range. What is your range? Output, right? What is the output, right? Output is that means y is the range, right? So this definition of function, inverse function, you have to apply for that 1 mark reason they ask, especially this inverse function, right? Now, let's say if they give this kind of curve, right? So this is coordinate they ask minus 1, 4. This is coordinate they ask 5 comma minus 8, right? This is coordinate maximum point 1 comma 8, right? Now the curve equation, let's say given 7 plus 2x minus x squared, right? So then state the domain. What is the domain? Input value of x. Input value of x is what? Starting here, minus 4, ending with 5. So then domain is what? Greater than or equal minus 1x, less than or equal 5, right? So then what is the range of this? Range of this we can't just tell by using these two. Range depend on y value. Y value maximum 8. Minimum value minus 8. Then this is domain. Then range is what? Fx. Fx means y. By your any form you can write. Normally we write fx. Then less than 8. Greater than or equal minus 8. You know, no? Output, no, we take it as a range. This one and this one. Understand? This is, you should know function lesson, mainly what is function, inverse function. And then you should know how to find the domain and the range, right? So then you should know composite function, right? Now if you take now, I'll give you another example. Fx equal x minus 2 squared plus 5, x greater than or equal to, this is the domain. This domain, now if you take it, if you draw the graph, what kind of graph? X positive, no? Then minimum. X minus 2 equals 0, x equal 2. Y is 5. 2 comma 5, no? 2 comma 5 minimum curve comes like this. So they have given, look at this, greater than 2. Then we don't want this part. We leave it this one, right? So then according to this, no, we find the range. You can see range is what? Y. This phi above graph going on. Fx is what? Greater than or equal 5. Always write for the range y value. Domain right, always x value. Right? You can see, no, it won't come down no greater, less than 5. So then this is the range. Right? Then composite function. Composite function, you should know what is, how to combine these two. Any two, how to combine. But specifically, if they have given normal question, you can take it now. Let's say fx equal x squared plus 6, one function, gx equal x plus 3 square root minus 2, another function. If they ask you to find fg6 or something, you can these two combine. This combine to here, this whole thing can combine to here, right? So then you can write first fgx, x plus 3 square root minus 2 whole thing squared plus 6 as a you can write, then you can substitute 6 and get the answer. This is a normal question, right? But then you can get the answer here. This is 9 square root 3 minus 2, 1, then answer 10 as a you can write. But if they give you some quadratic equation, right? Now some quadratic equation and they suddenly ask you to find it f inverse x. Now let's say they have given fx equal x squared minus 2x plus 4. And they ask you to find, this is domain given or real value, find f inverse x. Then this way you can't find it. First you have to make it completing square method. Y equal, this is coefficient of x squared already 1, no? X minus 1 squared, no? Then this is minus 1 plus 4. Completing square method, make it, right? Plus 3, then find the inverse function. Then convert y to x to y, plus 3. This take to this side, x minus 3 equal y minus 1 squared. Then y minus 1 equal x minus 3 square root. I'm taking positive square root only. You can't write positive or negative both. You know, inverse function definition 1 to 1 only. We need to decide whether it's positive or negative. If the domain is they talk about real value or positive value, we take here positive. So then y equal to 1 plus x minus 3 square root. This is the inverse function fx equal 1 plus x root 3, this one, right? So this is depend on here positive or negative take. Don't write plus or minus both, then incorrect. Fx can be only inverse function is only 1 to 1 only, right? So then this is the way you need to find it inverse function, right? So then if they ask you to give this kind of one, fx equal x plus 2 square root minus 7, this also same way. Y convert to x, the x convert to y, then this is take to this side and this is squared it, no? This is y, now we need to make the subject both sides squared it. That is a normal procedure. X plus 2 squared. This is become a y plus 2. Then y equal to, this take to this side, minus 2, x plus 2 squared. This is the inverse function, right? Function lesson, you should know what is function, what is inverse function. Then we did composite function, how to find inverse function. And then you should know draw the graph of function and inverse function both, right? Now, inverse function and function, draw it in the same grid, only one relationship between these two. They will definitely ask what is the relationship between, only reason right all the time, function and inverse function always reflecting through the inverse function, reflecting through y equal x line, right? This sentence, right, you will get that marks. Relationship is always any function or inverse function, relationship is reflecting through y equal x line, right? Now let's say if you get it y equal, let's say they have given fx equal x minus 1 squared minus 2, right? So then x, they will give within 1 and 4 or something. Domain as, so then this is, you are getting what kind of graph fx? This is a minimum curve, right? This is minimum point coordinate 1 comma minus 2, 1 comma minus 2 here, right? 1 comma minus 2, then you will get it this kind of minimum curve, right? This is the minimum. This is inverse function, you found it. What is coming? X minus 1 squared minus 2, this take to this side. X minus 1 squared equal y plus 2, right? So then you can take it. This is y convert to x, x convert to y. Y minus 1 squared equal x plus 2. So then y minus 1 equal positive x plus 2, right? Y equal to, this take to this side, 1 plus x plus 2 square root. So this is, you are getting inverse function as this one, 1 plus, why I took it plus? Look at this domain, positive 4. So they 1 and 2, 1 and 4 only, no? So then we don't need this side. Erase that. Because definitely you have to sketch in the graph function lesson by using the domain only. If you do everything, one way your inverse function incorrect, another way your answers, in writing answers incorrect, and also sketching the graph also. If you give the complete graph, when they have given the domain like this, everything incorrect, right? Because here the 4, right? This is 1, x equal 4, y value is a positive value, 4 minus 1, 2, no? Right? X equal 4 substitutes, 4 minus 1 is a 3, 3 squared 9, 9 minus 2, 7. It's a positive value. So then this part only draw it. Now, how to draw inverse function? We don't know this kind of one. How to draw? I told you, always function and inverse function reflecting through the y equal x line. Draw the y equal x line, children. Then you know, reflecting line, draw it for the mirror line, equal distance mark. Here also equal distance mark, same shape, draw this, like this. You are getting the full marks, right? You don't know this kind of graph, how to do it. Don't waste your time. You know always function, inverse function reflecting through the y equal x line. Y equal x dotted line, draw it, and then mark equal distance. You are getting the mark, right? Either graph, trigonometry graph or quadratic graph or straight line, no, either one, you can draw like this. Understand? Draw this y equal x line. When they talk about inverse function, sketching the graph, both graph, draw it in the same grid. You write this one and label this y equal x as a, this relationship, write it, you are getting the full marks, right? Function and inverse function reflecting through the y equal x line. So then, function lesson, other part you should know, transformation part. Transformation, we did it. Transformation part, and we did it first. Translation of the graph, x-axis wise, y-axis wise, and we did the reflection. Translation we did. Translation, you can take it x-axis wise, y-axis wise, right? So that is basic pattern is y equal fx plus a, right? This is x value plus a. Translating, let's say 0 comma a means x-axis wise nothing v, y-axis wise a unit, right? That means now let's say this is the graph. This one we take it a unit upward. X-axis wise nothing happened. Same point. Here also same point. Here also same point. Y-axis wise a unit upward. Understand? Right. I'll give you an
Miss,
example. Yeah.
if I don't understand is when they said translated by the matrix.
Yeah. Translate by the this is the matrices form. Okay. Okay, then now here x-axis y is 0, no? Y-axis y is 0. Now let's say they are giving the graph and they are giving some, let's say y equal root 2x. Simple one, take it. This, they ask you to translate by minus pi 3. That means x-axis y is minus pi, y-axis y is 3. Translation and x-axis y is minus pi, y-axis y is 3 means, now you know that this is no x-axis part, y-axis part, here you can take it 0. 0 no earlier. Now you can substitute here what? Y equal root 2, x is what? This is 5, right? X plus 5. This is root, no, this is root for both, root x. That means x minus 5, no, that means x plus 5 equals 0, x equal minus 5. That is why I wrote x plus 5. Then y-axis y is here now 0, no, now 3 plus 3, right? So then your complete graph after translating 5 minus 5 comma 3, what is the answer? 2x plus 10 root plus 3. This is how translate by sometime. Now this one x-axis y 0. This is both translation. X-axis wise, y-axis wise, both translated. Right? I'll take another one, x squared. Now let's say y equal x squared plus 5a. Right? So this is translate by, now let's say this is you can write it 2 units. Right? X-axis wise 2 units. So then you can write it y equal x minus 2 squared plus 5 into x minus 2, right? So translated after 2 units, that let's say this is 2 comma 0. Then you can write that after translation equation is what? X squared, this is minus 4x, 5x is x, plus 4 minus 10 is minus 5, right? This is the answer. This 6, no, sorry. Here 6, right? Minus 6. This is how translation do it. Now, let's say this after translation, this translation can be x-axis only, y-axis only, x and y-axis both. That is you should know. And next transformation pattern, reflection, right? Reflection, if you take it, reflection, this is very practically, you can think that one, you know, x-axis wise reflecting any object to here, which coordinating getting positive y. Here let's say 3 means here minus 3. If it is reflecting through the y-axis, this is x coordinate, let's say here 2, then here reflected one, x is a negative. Reflecting through y-axis, x coordinate become a negative. Reflecting through the x-axis, y coordinate become a negative. Now, as example, now we'll take a normal example, x squared minus 2x plus 1, right? Now, here reflecting, this is a minimum curve, no, you are getting minimum curve, you will get it x minus 1, no need to make like this, right? Minus 1 plus 1, 0, right? This is no, this is, then you are getting the graph like this. Minus 1 comma 0, no, 1 comma 0 here, this is the, this one, right? Now here, reflection graph is what? Through the x-axis, this is the one. This is the reflection one. So then, what is the difference with this one and this reflection graph? Only thing is here minimum, here maximum. Same thing otherwise, 1 comma 0 maximum point, minimum point both. So then reflection graph equation easily we can write minus x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so this is the answer for reflection graph. That is reflection happening through the x-axis. If it is happening through the y-axis, now we'll take the, now same example we take, x squared minus 2x plus 1. If you take it, now this is no graph, 1 comma 0, here the graph. Now this is where y-axis y is reflecting, so where it's moving. Now this is 1 comma 0, then other side, this is, because from the, this is no mirror line, y-axis, no, from the mirror line equal distance. This is minus 1 comma 0. Then reflection is this way, right? So then how do we, now this one reflection graph is this equation. No? Y-axis wise reflection, what is the equation? What is getting negative? X getting negative. Then you are writing this same equation. Here make it Y no 0, Y no negative. This is Y positive. This is Y negative. Here X getting negative. That means X as a minus X substitute. Minus 2 into minus 6 plus 1. So then you are getting the answer x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, that is how x-axis wise, y-axis wise reflecting coordinates changing. Okay, reflection through the x, practically don't by heart. This is x-axis wise reflecting with y coordinate positive and negative. This is just to change the front symbol only. X-axis wise reflecting, its coordinate become a negative, right? That is the only changes. Next transformation type is a stretch one, right? That is stretch one. Stretch one happening, the same kind of thing. Now let's say we'll take a y equal x squared minus 2x minus 3, right? So then this is what kind of graph? X minus 1 squared minus 1 minus 3 minus 4. No? So then coordinates are what? 1 comma minus 4. Now if you draw the graph of this 1 comma minus 4 here, right? 1 comma minus 4. Then you are getting the x equals 0, y is a minus 3, goes like this. This kind of graph now you are getting. Now once we go to stretch this one, now stretching we are do it through the y-axis, right? Stretching is happening parallel to the y-axis, right? Parallel to y-axis, right? So then what is changing? This way it's now there is a scale factor. How many times you are going to? Scale factor of let's say 2 times, right? Scale factor 2. Scale factor means how many times you are going to? Scale factor 2. This one stretching 2 times. So then 2 times stretching means which is changing through the y-axis. No? This equation y equal 2 times x squared minus 2x minus 3. Right? So then you should know, we can't just do it. No, we should know what is the pattern of this. What is the pattern of this? So then this is same thing, x minus 1 squared minus 4. This is changing, but 2 into x minus 1 squared minus 8. Okay. So then this is minus 4. No? This is downwards coming same x coordinate, y coordinate changing 1 comma minus 8. So then stretch part, this comes like this because this is downward parallel to y-axis, stretching happening like this. That is scale factor 2 parallel to y-axis. This is happening. That is why scale factor 2 y multiplied y equal to 2 times. If it is x-axis through, we do the stretch. Then for the x coordinate, right? That also I do it one example. Now keep it, remember stretching happening, common equation if you get y equal fx, scale factor let's say a, then y equal a times fx. This is changing, right? If it is stretch happening through the x-axis, now let's say if you want, you can take the same equation, we'll take it, y equal x squared minus 2x minus 3. Then this is happening scale factor. Now scale factor, now here you have to be careful. This is x now changing parallel to x-axis. Stretch we do it, right? So then we know that this is x value. We are changing as a, this is let's say 2 times 2x whole thing squared, 2 into 2x minus 3, right? So then this is this x and this x. What is the relationship? This first x equal to 2 times x. This now we want to know. So then 2x equal, this x is a, now I put it here, x1, this. So then this x equal half a times x1, right? When they ask the scale factor is a half a times of x1. It's like this. Now I told you know what if it is stretching happening y equal fx graph to the y-axis, it's changing a times fx now. If it is happening through the y equal same fx graph parallel to the x-axis, that is changing y equal. So then this is f ax, then scale factor is 1 over a, right? Because this x equal to 1 over a, right? This and this relationship, right? This is of course straight away 1 into a scale factor a. So this is inside now happening, this x equal 1 over a, right? This is the thing you need to remember in stretch, right? Transformation question, definitely they ask one question. All transformation type you should know, right? Uh, Sometimes they ask two transformation. That also carefully. If you know this main transformation, definitely you can write the answer, right? Three main transformation you should know, right? Uh, that is the only thing in function lesson you should know. What is function? What is inverse function? Again and again, I tell you, this is normally definitely they ask why this function has an inverse function. Then you have to write each and every function question. You need to write the answer for that function, and inverse function are reflecting through the y equal x line. That is the only relationship for each and every function, right? Then other one is y function has an inverse function. Then you have to say this has an inverse function because this is a one-to-one function, right? So function lesson, that's it. You should know composite function, inverse function, all transformation four types, and splitting the function and inverse function, and definitely keep it remember on this relationship between. Then coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, you know that when the parallel are, both the gradients are equal, right? Then two lines perpendicular, product of the gradient equal to -1, right? Then line midpoint, x bar, y bar, total of x coordinate divide by 2, total of y coordinate divide by 2, right? This one. Then line is intersecting m to n ratio, right? M to n ratio, you should know how to find this particular coordinate 1, then m into x2, n into x1 divided by m plus n. This coordinate x bar value. This is midpoint, means we can add it and get no. If it is m to n, let's say 2 to 3 ratio, likewise you have to do it. Then m into y2, n into y1 divided by m plus n, right? This is the ratio you should know. Then find the length of the line. Now let's say AB, difference of A value divided by X value squared plus difference of Y value squared square root, right? So these are the basic laws in trigonometry. And also I told you find the area of the triangle, normal triangle. If you get it, apply this method, less time. You can very easily simplify the answer. ABC triangle area, x1, y1, x1, x2, x3, write it. This write it order and go. X1, x2, x3, x1, y1, y2. Then ABC triangle area, find it. You can write it, children, x1, x2, x3. This way positive, other way negative, right? Write the area this way, half into x1, y2, x2, y3, x3, y1. This way, now all I wrote it positive. Other way negative. put the negative and take it out. Negative symbol, x2, y1, x3, y2, x3, y1, right? This one. This is the answer. This is negative relevant to all three, right? This way, very easily you can find the area. Normal triangle, if you get it, right? Other triangle, you know, no half into base into height, take it. That is everyone know, right? And also under straight line equation, coordinate geometry, don't use y equal mx plus c, y minus y1 equal m into x minus x1. This is using is a must, right? If you know any coordinate, set of coordinate and the gradient, right? You can write the equation. Always use this equation. Don't use y equal mx plus c equation. Other one is a coordinate geometry, circle equation, right? Circle equation, circle topic under, don't memorize only the circle equation. If this is a comma b, this is radius, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equal r squared even. This is not enough, right? So this is only not enough. You should know when they have given normal method, how to identify the equation. And all these circle theorem, 3-4 circle theorem, you should remember, right? Now let's say they have given normal equation x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 20y plus 110 equals 0. This is, you have to make it this pattern, x squared minus 8x, y squared plus 20y plus 110 equals 0. So then this is completing square method, x minus 4 squared minus 4 squared minus 16. Other one, y plus 10 squared minus 100 plus 110 equals 0. Then you can write proper equation plus y plus 10 squared. This is 110 minus 110. 10 minus 6 is a 16 is a 6. Then take to this side. This is the equation. Then center is 4 comma minus 10. R is a root 6, right? So then this is not enough to find the circle lesson. You should remember that circle lesson what we learn O level. If they talk about diameter, this is a semicircle triangle 90 degrees. This should come to your mind, right? And also most of the O level knowledge they are checking from the P1 paper, right? Because they check whether student remember the O level, right? Gaussian construction lesson included for the circle lesson. Two points equidistance is a perpendicular bisector. You should remember. And also you should remember this is same segment angle, right? Circle lesson they use that from the center to the chord. When you draw the line, this is bisecting and perpendicular. This lesson also include for the circle lesson, right? I saw that most of the time they use that one, right? All these, this semicircle, this is cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles, total 180. That also they are adding for the circle lesson. This you should remember, right? One, definitely they include for 1 or 2 theorems in O level circle lesson, include that one, right? Find this one. Now let's say two circles are touching each other means, then definitely you have to use this theorem, no? This and this. This is these two touching means you should know what is this. This is same radius means this and this equal. Like that, you have to use it this circle theorems, right? For sometimes that is depend on the question. I'm just telling, once you get the question, identify and based on that apply these theorem without forgetting. That theorems should come to your mind, right? Now let's say equation now I'll do one question based on this circle lesson. Now everyone know finding the radius and how to find the center coordinate. But without that, if they ask one something like using that circle, now let's say circle pass through the circle is on some point -1, 4, 1, 6, 5, 4. These 3 points is on the circle, right? So then this is 1, 6. Let's say this is 5, 4. This is -1, 4, right? So then they ask you to find the equation of the circle, right? Equation of circle. How do you find it? This one. Now you know that. Now you have to use that theorem. This one. This is connecting, right? Because we should know whether, because no way to find the no way to find it. This we have to check whether these two lines is a perpendicular. Then we know that definitely this is a diameter. This you can check it and see by taking the this is a P, Q, R. Nothing else given, only information given. These 3 coordinates are on the circle. So then how do we find it? First of all, you can find it PQ gradient and see, right? PQ gradient, M equals 6 minus 4 over 1 minus 1 plus 1. Then 2 over 2 is 1. Then you can check it QR gradient, right? 6 minus 4 over 1 minus 5, 2 over minus 4, 1 over 2, minus 1 over 2, right? So then this is, you can check it 1 into minus half. No, this is not perpendicular. That means we can't easily get this one. So then we can find it other theorems. Why? We can check it PQ midpoint, whether it's a chord, that chord theorem, this one. Either theorem is there inside this, right? So then we can find it PQ midpoint and see M. M coordinate, if you get it, 1 minus 1 divided by 2, 1 plus minus 1 divided by 2, 6 plus 4 divided by 2. So then you are getting 0, 5. This is a midpoint coordinate. So then you can get it, we can get it, PQ gradient here, we found it, no one. So then we can get it, this is perpendicular bisector. Because center find it, no circle question, the main purpose should be center find it. We should know either chord. Perpendicular bisector, you should go through the center, no? Now midpoint coordinate found it, then you found it PQ gradient, perpendicular line gradient 1 into M equal -1. Then perpendicular line gradient -1. Then we can write the equation y minus 5 equal M is -1 into x minus 0. Then you are getting the equation y equal -6 plus 5. Now look at this. This is one equation. We found it perpendicular. Other one also, same way you can find it QR also, midpoint find it. QR midpoint, if you get it, 1 plus 5 divided by 2, 6 plus 4 divided by 2. So that means QR midpoint, if you take M bar, as a, you are getting 3, 5. 3, 5. Now here also QR gradient, find it. M equals 6 minus 4 over 1 minus 5. That means 2 over minus 4 minus 1 over 2. Then minus 1 over 2. This is QR1, perpendicular bisector 1, minus 1 over 2 into M equal -1, M equal 2, right? So then you can find it, QR also perpendicular bisector equation, right? So then this is 2, midpoint coordinate, we found it 3, 5, y minus 5 equal 2 into x minus 3, right? So then you are getting the QR perpendicular bisector equation, y equal to x minus 6 plus 5 is a -1, second equation, right? So you know that any circle, if you get it, two chords like this chord perpendicular bisector and this chord perpendicular bisector definitely go through the center, no? O level you learn this theorem, right? O level you learn one theorem, one from the center to the chord, when you draw the line, from the center to the chord, when you draw the line, this is perpendicular and bisecting. So the otherwise nothing is provided in this question. Circle satisfy these three coordinates only. That is the only thing given to find the equation of the circle. So then this is chord theorem you should remember. This is a huge mark, right? Finding the two midpoint. Now get these two simplify and you can get the center coordinate. When you subtract 3x minus 6 equals 0, x equal to substitute, y equal 2 into 2, 4 minus 1, 3, 2 comma 3, right? 2 comma 3, then you can find it, the 2 comma 3, once you find it, any midpoint coordinate using 3 comma 5 or anything, you can find the radius of this, right? Radius of this equal 2 minus 3 squared plus 3 minus 5 squared, r squared, now we need it, right? R squared need 1, 4, 5, right? So then you can write the equation x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equal to 5. This is a 2 comma 3 is this coordinate. This is 3 comma 5, 2 minus 3, 3 minus 5, yeah, minus 2, 4, 5, right? This is this kind of way you should know to find the circle. Definitely one question coming, little bit, definitely keep it, remember, one circle theorem what you learn in O level include for there, just to check your knowledge whether you remember those theorems, right? Coordinate geometry, that's it. Then circular measure, without forgetting circular measure question and trigonometry question, children, they are giving close by. Circular measure, definitely you have to keep it, remember, radian mode calculator. They purposely give the next question, trigonometry question, in degree form. If student forgot to do your conversion, your entire question incorrect, right? Circular measure, radian mode we use. You know that sector is this one, 2 radius with arc length, area equal half r square theta. This is giving in the formula sheet. Arc length they are giving s equal r theta. This is also they check your O level knowledge also. Sometimes circle theorem, because combined questions no give you, right? Combine and give you whether you remember this what you learn in O level circle theorems, right? Especially now, let's say this kind of one, inside one given, inside another circle, or outside another circle, or intersecting two circle, or inside the this plane figure, this circle comes like this, then you should know definitely if you get like this is a quadrant, right? This is a quadrant 5/2, like that. You should know how to do it. Circular measure lesson, I'm not going to tell you anything because this is a normally easy lesson. Everyone getting marks for this. At least part of the question do it without forgetting. Only thing is you should know here this one all giving in the formula sheet, conversion of the radian to degree and degree to radian. And also you should know that normal triangle, if they inside give triangle area equal half BC sine theta, right? This and this sometimes combine and give you like this, right? Now let's say something like this kind of one, find it, circle sector area minus triangle area, right? These are the things you should memorize, especially identifying the sector. Now, let's say this is given like this, something inside the triangle or something sector given, you should know to identify. Now, here to here length also similar to here and here to here. This is all our radius, right? These are the point neglecting. Because of that, sometimes marks losing concentrate on this, right? Sometimes they are giving circle inside like this. This is triangle, right? This is triangle given. Then you should know, if you complete this part, this is another sector. This part is a sector as we can consider, right? Then trigonometry lesson. You can't, you please use the formula sheet if you don't remember. This equation only giving this one, at least by the side, keep it and write it. Cos squared x as a write this one, sin squared x as a write it this one, 1 minus cos squared x. This you should remember, sin theta divided by cos theta equal tan theta. That's it. These three equation only P1 paper they are asking, right? Not anything else. Right? So here you should know, find the angle. You remember no quadrant method. This is all value positive, sin positive, cos positive, tan positive. First quadrant. Second quadrant, sin positive. Third quadrant, tan positive. Fourth quadrant, cos positive. Right? Always sin value, theta value comes, other value take 180 minus theta, because here the basic angle, this is 180 minus theta. Tan means 180 plus theta. Here to here, because this and this no should come to this. Cos means 360 minus theta, right? This one, right? Always negative one comes also, same way you have to take it. Only thing is, and also you should know what is acute angle, what is obtuse angle if they ask. Sometimes they will give you the obtuse angle, and they will ask you to find relevant to that acute angle, right? So if the acute angle given, find the obtuse is okay. Most of them do the mistake if the obtuse angle asks and find the acute angle, right? Now let's say tan theta equal 2 over root 5, right? So if they said this is acute, okay, you know how to find the sin theta and cos theta, because tan theta acute, they said this is opposite over root 5. You can find this one, this answer, and root 5 squared, 5 plus 2 squared, 4, 9, 9 square root 3 as you can write sin theta equal 2 over 3, cos theta equal root 5 over 3. But if they say theta is a obtuse angle, then you know this is obtuse angle, mark this is as an angle, and then take it 180 minus theta. Okay, that is without forgetting do it. Then trigonometric ratio, because formula sheet, use it for everything. Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, and sin square theta plus cos square theta equal 1 only. They ask you to find it. Also, this is, I forgot to tell you, keep it remember, sin minus theta equal to what always? Minus sin theta. Okay. Cos minus theta equal to positive cos theta. Tan minus theta equal to minus tan theta. This also keep it remember. When you sketching the graph, always a plus b cos theta form when you draw it. Sketching the graph, draw it. Always use this, that what I mentioned you, sin minus theta minus sin theta, cos minus theta cos theta, tan minus theta tan theta, right? And also this, now you know, sin always maximum value positive 1, minimum value minus 1. Cos also same way, positive value plus 1, minimum value minus 1, right? Sine graph, 1 revolution is, this is the pattern. This is 180, this is 360 is a one period. This is one period. Cosine also, this is you count it as a one revolution, 360. Okay. Tan graph, this is sine theta graph, one revolution. This is cos theta graph, one revolution. Tan theta graph, one revolution is this one and this one, 180. Tan theta 181 revolution. Cos theta and sine theta, always 360, 360. That keep it, remember. Now, if they ask you to find it, now let's say they have given one, they have given the graph like this, something like this, and they will give you now y equal a plus b cos x, cx, right? Then they will ask you to find it. What is this cx value? Now, cos one revolution is what? Here to here. Now, this one, if they give, let's say 120, this is one revolution is what? 120. Then cx equal to what? 360. C into 120 equal 360, no? Because this is one revolution, 120. That type of how many is 360. Then C equal to 3. Like that, calculate. Then amplitude, height, you don't know. This is how calculate. Trigonometry question, everyone get the full marks because easily P1 paper is the most easiest paper. You can get the maximum marks. You should know period, find it. You should know amplitude, height, find it. When they have given intercept of the graph, amplitude, period, all three find it, you should know according to the graph given, right? Now, now if you get the now cosine graph, now here we take this is 120. If they give sine graph something like this, now let's say y equal a sine bx plus c. Now let's say they give the graph like this, something like this. So then you should know sine one complete revolution is from here to here. This is the one complete revolution up to here. So then let's say this is value is 3 or something. Then here value 5 or something. Then this is the one complete revolution 5. So then bx equal, again this is in radian form, no? 2 5, right? This is value is 5 in this particular graph. Then b into 5 equal to 5, b equal to 2, right? This and this cancel. Drawing the graph also, no need to make the table and all. Use your calculator and draw the graph correctly is the must, right? Correct way, label the axis. Don't forget that one. 0 marks. Little take it equal things and just to draw the graph, right? So here trigonometry also same lesson. If they ask you to, let's say, draw the trigonometry graph in function and find the inverse function, same relationship, that write it, function and inverse function are reflecting through the y equal x line. That same relationship, write it, right? So then you should know, solve the equation. 2 sine squared x plus 3 cos x minus 3 equals 0, right? You know no simplification. Only three relationship we need to use. Sine squared x plus cos squared x equal 1. Right? This is convert to cos form. Sine squared x equal 1 minus cos squared x, right? Without making any plus minus mistake. Don't look at your answer and again do it. Cover your answer from the hand and by the side, again do it. See the original question. Unless that you never find your question, your answer where it's get incorrect, right? You do it, original question again. Then you will do it. Cos squared x plus 3 cos x minus 3 equals 0. Quadratic equation, make it 10. All the answers writing is a must, right? All answers writing, you are getting the marks, right? Then prove the identity question also. Once they have given, you can prove left to right or right to left, you can prove no. But if they have given one term in one side, don't look at, don't select that one. If they have given 2 or 3 terms, that particular side, select it and try to prove the other side, right? With more term simplification only, we can prove the less term, right? Now, actually, this case one proved identity is nothing for you, right? Now, let's say they have given 1 plus cos 6 over 1 minus cos 6 minus 1 minus cos 6 over 1 plus cos 6. Here 2 terms, here only 1 term. Don't try to take this part and prove this part. Left hand side take it and prove the right hand side. Before that, here put the bracket. Normal fraction simplification. Denominator make it equal and numerator 1 minus cos 6, 1 plus cos 6. Write it. Then make the, this is up and down, multiply with 1 plus cos 6. No? 1 plus cos 6, then square. Then this and this. 1 minus cos 6 square. Right? So then this is expanded. You will very easily get the answer. Then denominator part, a plus b, a minus b. Straight away you can write 1 minus cos squared x, a squared minus b squared. This one expanding 1 plus cos squared x. Now 2 cos 6. Then here if you forgot to remove the minus symbol, everything incorrect. Minus 1, this is plus cos squared minus cos squared x. This is minus 2 cos 6 plus 2 cos 6. So these getting cancelled if you see that one only, right? One, this is getting cancelled. So then, right, okay. Right, here what is the answer should to prove 4 over sin x, tan x. This is not cos 6, it should be tan x. Then 4 cos 6 over sin squared x, you can write it 4 sin x, tan x, no, you need to prove it, then you can write it here. This is 4 over, I'm writing this cos x, I take it down and write sin squared x over cos x as a right, because cos x goes up, this is come up now. So then this is, I'm writing as a 4 over sin x over cos x into sin x, right? So then sin x over cos x is tan x, 4 over tan x sin x, right? This way proving is better. 2 terms one given, always try to, always more term one take to prove the less term one. That is the method in prove the identity. Question you should know, solve the equation you should know, sketching the graph you should know according to the quadrant method, or write it. Trigonometry lesson combine with the function lesson and give you, then at that time even same relationship. I told you that once you don't know to draw the inverse function, draw the reflection line through this one. Now let's say one trigonometry graph, something like this, you got it. They have given the domain more than, and now let's say here 2, 1 trigonometry graph, they x greater than 2 given, then take, erase this part and take the graph, then draw the y equal x line, then relevant to that same shape, draw it inverse function. Then you are getting the full marks, right? But label carefully y equal x line, fx, f inverse x as a label this, right? That is the only thing you are getting on. Right. Trigonometry lesson, that's it. Then series lesson. Series lesson, first of all, if they have not mentioned in the series lesson, we talk about 2 series, arithmetic series and geometric series. Arithmetic series, you should know only Tn equal a plus n minus 1d, first term a. Common difference d, a plus d second term, a plus 2d third term, last term a plus n minus 1d, right? Now this is find the any term, right? Sn equation they are giving in the formula both in same way. So you should know to verify the 2 equation properly, n over 2 2a plus n minus 1d, right? This is sum of all the term, right? Now, this is a common difference. N is a number of terms. A is this one. Other equation use if you know the last term only. A plus L. L is the last term. Okay. L is the last term. If you know the last term, only go for that. Otherwise, don't go. Right. So this is geometric series. Geometric series, you know that because both combine and they give most of the time, right? UN equal AR n minus 1. If the question says practical question no given, that any that means from the first term, let's say they started some collecting money. First week collected this one, second week collected this one. They said constant amount increasing means that is arithmetic, right? Some percentage wise increasing means most probably geometry. But you have to calculate and see at least by taking 3 terms. 3 terms, take it and see that percentage is constant percentage or constant ratio. Then only you can say this is a geometric series, right? Sometimes they are giving percentage wise constant amount increase also, right? So then arithmetic series. But you have to check it and see, unless they mention what is the series, this is arithmetic or geometric identify. This is constant amount increasing, constant sum value, 2 by 2, 5 by 4, like that. This is percentage wise. Common ratio increasing. This is the nth term equation. SN equation, you can use either this one or either this one. 1 minus Rn over 1 minus R, right? S infinity equation, this all giving in the formula sheet, A over 1 minus R. If they said unlimited terms are there, definitely they talk about what? Sum to the infinity, right? That is the only thing you need to memorize on that, right? Now, actually, before series lesson do it, I forgot to tell you one thing about this trigonometry. Now, let's say I told trigonometry lesson even they can give you one trigonometry graph, draw it, and let's say within 0 and 2, 5 or something. This is they ask you to. This is the one. This is they ask you to sketch the graph of this. If you sketch the graph of this now within this limit 0, 5 over 2, 5, 3 pi over 2, 2 5. You use the calculator straight away, convert to the radian mode. This is now half into 2 5. 2 and 2 cancel, cos 5 minus 1, 5 minus 3, 2. Right? So then 5 substitute, cos 5 over 2, 0, then answer 5. Right? Somewhere they are here. 3 5 over 2 substitute. 2 5 substitute, cos 5 again 0, minus 1, 5 minus 3, 2. Right? So then this kind of graph you will get. So what I want to tell you is why they will ask, explain why this has an inverse, right? Explain why this has an inverse. Then what is the reason? You need to write this is a one-to-one function, right? Then obtain an expression for F inverse X. If they ask F inverse X also you need to draw it. That same method you apply. I told you y equal X line, draw it and equal method. This is not only algebraic way, trigonometric way also they can ask, right? Okay, that I forgot to tell you, right? Come back to the series lesson. Series lesson also, definitely this kind of questions, spend more time to reading and understand the question. Otherwise, end of the question, you will see that this is incorrect, right? Yeah, so series question, normally you must take a less reading, more working, but series question, take more time to read it. Even information understanding is a must. Now, these directly they have mentioned what is the series most of them are doing. Now, let's say they are giving some of the equation. Some equation they are giving. Sn equal 4n square plus n, right? So they will give you, this is sum of. This is, they have given the equation, sum equation. Then how do you find from this common difference and the first term, A and D? How to find it? Find S1, n equal 1. First term total and first term is same. 4 plus 1, 5. S1 is a 5. Then S2 means what? 4 into 2 square plus 2. 18. What is this one? First term plus second term. Second term we don't know, both total 18. Then x equal to what? 30. First term 30. Second term first 5. Then first two term total 80. Right? If they have given the equation based on their equation, do it. Don't go to apply our equation. If they have introduced their equation according to the way they describe that terms, then you have to do it. Then in term find it, you can apply normal equation. Tn equal a plus n minus 1 d. Right? Now you know S1 means first term and first term total 5. Right? In term n minus 1 d we can find it because S1 first term we found it 5, second term we found it 30. Right? If you need, you can find third term also. With that, check whether this is what is the series. Is 3 equal to what? 4 into 3 squared plus 3. 9, 9 into 4, 36, 39. That means S3 means what? First term plus second term plus third term total is 39. Right? Then y equal to 21. Right? Y equal to 21. So that means third term is 21. Right? Then you can check it whether this is 8, this is 8. Then common difference is 8. Then Tn equal, you can get 5 plus 8, 10 minus 8. Right? 8, 10 minus 3. Okay? Understood? This is how, if they have given the equation, using their equation, try to find it. What are the first term, second term, and last term? Right? Geometric series also same way. Geometric series, don't expect all the time they will mention what is the series. Sometimes they will ask you to identify what is the series. Then at that time, if it is constantly increasing, that is arithmetic, percentage wise or fraction wise increasing, that is the geometric series. Right? Now here, geometric series, if they have a not mentioned trigonometry form, they can give you series question. Algebraic form, they can give you this one. Sometimes differentiate form, integration form also they can give you in series question because it's gradually increasing. Right? Any pattern you should expect. Right? All the time. Right. I do one question from all include one. If I do it now let's say 10th term of arithmetic progression. Arithmetic one progression is 70. Right? 10th term of arithmetic progression is 70. How do you write this one? Then use straight away this one. T10 equal to A plus, we don't know, no, 10th term, 10 minus 1, 9, D. 10th term is 17. Then write T10 is 70. 17 equal A plus 9D. Right? So then they have to give another information because two unknown, right? And sum of the first 5 terms is 109. Sum of first 5 terms is 190. Sum of means, then arithmetically, no, this is given SN equation, this one use. 2a plus n minus 1 d. Sum of first 5 terms to 5 over 2. 2a plus 5 minus 1, 4d equal 19. Then 2 equation to 1 now. This is first multiply. 380 equal 10a plus 20d. Right? First and second simultaneous. Get the answer. Just put it for the calculator. Simultaneous factorizing. Everything you can do it in calculator. Right? So this is a, if they ask a geometric progression question, now let's say one amount, first week one, second week one, increased by $1,000. Then arithmetic series, increased by 10%. Then this is geometric series, right? That is the way you should identify series question. Please take the formula sheet and do it. And also binomial distribution. Binomial series also a plus bn. This equation given, equation apply and get the answer. If you need to find one specific term only, this one even you can apply in R, a to the power r, b to the power n minus r. But this is not giving in the formula sheet. If you don't remember now this one, don't apply. This one only giving, right? This one only giving. Then required term only write it. Use this equation. Otherwise, use the normal equation, right? Right, I'm going for the, I want to tell you actually differentiation and integration specifically. Integration lesson, there are so many things you have to memorize, even though it's a P1 lesson, because so many ways they are giving this. Especially differentiation lesson, you know that if they don't give you sine squared x, cos squared x, normally differentiate in P1 paper, but they can give, right? Dy over dx is nx n minus 1. Chain rule, don't forget product rule or quotient rule, they don't give you. No? Normal differentiation, they will give you. Normal trigonometry value differentiation, they will give. All the basic values are in the formula sheet. Please refer that one and get it. But you know that if it is give the chain rule, you have to apply. Be alert on this, right? Be concerned on this question. Now dy over dx answer, if you write 3 into 2x squared plus 1 squared, you can't forget inside part, this is 4x. You need to write it, right? Now, another thing is, if they ask stationary point, they can ask why this has a no stationary point. Stationary point, they ask you to find it all the time. If they ask why this has a no stationary point have it what to do? Dy over dx should be equal to 0, right? If why this has a no stationary point, if you get it something like this, x plus 1 over x as a dy over dx answer, right? So then you know that why this one has no stationary point, something like this is getting infinity, right? If you get it, this is 0. This is 0 answer. Infinity comes, then we can say this has no stationary point because this is getting infinity answer, right? If the question asks why this has a no stationary point, then we have to prove that there's no finite answer coming for the dy over dx answer, right? That is the proof you have to give one, right? Chain rule you should know, normal differentiation you should know, then maximum minimum point you should know, dy over dx, d2y over dx squared less than 0, you are getting maximum, d2y over dx squared greater than 0, you are getting minimum. d2y over dx squared equals 0, you are getting inflation point, right? This way or this way, right? This one also they can give you, not always these two, right? d2y over dx squared less than 0, d2y over dx squared greater than 0. That we decide to find the nature of stationary point, right? And also they will ask you chain rule you should know, normal differentiation you should know. Don't mix it chain rule and this other one. Now, if they ask you to find it, tangent equation, y equal now let's say 2x minus 5, let's say to the power 4 at let's say 2 comma 1. Tangent equation, normal differentiate answer, substitute. This is into 3. 2 substitute, you are getting tangent radius. 2 into 2 minus 5 cube into 2. Right? So then minus 8. This is tangent. Right? Then you have coordinate. You can write the equation y minus 1 equal minus 8 into x minus 2. If they ask normal equation, this is minus 8 into m equal minus 1, m equal 1 over 8. Write the tangent equation. Y minus 1 equal 1 over 8, x minus 2. Right? That is the only difference. Tangent equation find it, normal equation find it, and stationary point find it, nature of stationary point find it, you should know. Then next part you should know rate of change. You remember now we did it? Rate of change question haven't given from long time, definitely they will I think give this time. Right? Rate of change question. You know, rate of change of volume dV over dt, rate of change of area dV over dt, rate of change of radius dr over dt. Right? Like that we are writing. But not only that, no, definitely you will get it on the paper for differentiation. Right? Practical question. Practical question means you know, no, something like now let's say cylinder, they can give you something like this, right? Cylinder inside, they have given that cylinder. This is radius r. Volume of the cylinder they can give v or something. So then they can ask this is something like inside this circle or something. Practical question they can give you. So then this is the center of the circle, something like this, right? So then this also r, this also r. You can find it. This is a midpoint. If they said this is then 2h, then you can get the relationship about. They can give some radius value 5 or something. So it's a square base pyramid. Square base pyramid. Volume is 1 over 3 into base area, right? Base area is the, now let's say this is a square, 1 over, this one normally giving base area into height, right? Base area into height volume. Now if they give a normal cone, 1 over 3 into pi r squared h, base area is a circle, that they are normally giving, but cylinder area not giving, keep it remember. Cylinder area you should know, right? Cylinder volume you should know. They are not giving in formula sheet anything. This is pi r squared, this is 2 pi r h. These things you should remember, right? If they ask you to prove that now, let's say this one volume mass, this is circle inside cylinder is there. Volume mass, prove this one 50 pi h minus 2 pi h cube, right? Now you can first prove this using Pythagoras theorem. This is r squared plus 2h whole thing squared equal to 5 squared. This is, you can, they ask you to prove the express r in terms of h means r squared equal 25 minus 4h squared, right? This is answer, you can take it. This is volume volume of the cylinder, you know that cross section area into height cross section area pi r squared into h. So then look at this answer. R is not there, then r as you can substitute this one 5. I want to tell you on it, not this part actually. I want to tell you about, because most of them forgetting this. This is differentiation. Y and x, they are differentiating. When they have given different form, they are confusing. Now r as a substitute this one. So then 25 phi minus 4h cube phi. So then they ask you to find the stationary value of v. Stationary v. Stationary V means what? dV over, we need to find dH, right? dV over dH. So then, because look at the, what are the V with what is the other term? V and H, no? Phi is a constant, no? This is 0. This is 12 H squared 5. This is I made a mistake. This is H is a 2H. This is 2H. Then this is a 25. H also coming, right? 25 5H minus 8 5H cube, right? So then when you differentiate this, 25 5 coming. This is 24 5H squared coming. Okay. So then after getting this one, then differentiate stationary value. This is 0. Then normal procedure. This is another form they give you. What is the maximum volume, minimum volume? Then it should come to your mind to differentiate. H squared equal 5 and 5 getting cancelled, 25 over 24, right? Then H equal this value, take it and substitute for your volume answer and get the answer. Then that particular answer, maximum height or minimum height, you need to go for second derivative, d2v over dh squared, right? So this part also huge marks. Go for that. Don't forget about second derivative. Nobody will come and ask, use the second derivative to find the nature of. What is that volume? Maximum volume or minimum value? How do you finalize? Explain your answer. That is how they do. Then you should know to go to second derivative. Second time derivative, differentiate and that answer substitute what you found this value and if it is a negative answer, maximum. If it is a positive answer, minimum. Those answers must, writing is a must, right? These are the lessons in differentiation lesson. Especially go to check it and go children, rate of change question. Anyway, practical one question they are definitely giving, right? Then next last one, integration lesson. Actually, P1 integration, even though they will ask normal integration, xn, this is you have, xn plus 1 over n plus 1, right? Then ax plus bn integration you should know. This also you have is ax plus b, n plus 1 over a into n plus 1 plus c, right? This is differentiation. This is normal. Now, normal integration you have sine x, but sine 2x integration you don't have it. So this is based on this, you should know sine 2x differentiate minus cos x, cos 2x over 2, right? D over dx, sine 2x differentiation is what? 2 cos 2x, right? Don't do the plus minus mistake because this is most of them forgetting this, right? If they have given, let's say, sine, let's say cos 2x plus pi over 2 integration, confusing. Look at the basic, cos x integration sine. So then write sine 2x plus pi over 2, down write it always differentiate answer, this is 2. This one 0, no? Plus c. Don't forget about this. dy over dx form something given and find the curve equation. Now let's say second derivative, most probably they will give and they ask you to find the curve equation. Then once differentiate, once integrate, dy over dx equal, once integrate, this is 2x plus 1 cube over 3 into 2. This is integration. Then again integrate, dy equal 2x plus 1, this is plus c coming, over 6. This is c, find it, they give some information, right? It's a curve 1, 2 point or something. Then this is substitute and find c value. Then again integrate, right? Again integrate, this is also getting the value, no? Likewise, this kind of question, you should remember how to do it. Differentiation answer given, how to find the curve equation. If not, straight away curve equation given, find the equation. Area under curve, find it. You should know. This is not given. Y dx, above the x-axis. Okay? If it is above the y-axis, this way, if you are going to find it now, these values a to b, y dx. If you are going to find it c to d, this one, then x dy, right? X dy. Then if they ask volume, above the x-axis, pi y squared dx, right? If they ask volume, this one, pi x squared dy, these are not giving in the formula sheet. Please keep it, remember, this is above the y-axis, this is above the x-axis. If they have given two curves, something like this, if they ask this is the area, then you can make this is y1, this is y2. Because now let's say this is a to b, you know that which area is high? y1 area, y1 area A to B. Y1 area means this whole thing. From this, subtract this particular part, y21, this area, A to B, y2 area, then you are getting the required part. Even it's line and the curve, even same thing, right? This is the curve. Let's say this is the line. So then, if you need it, you can't take it. This is as a triangle, right? So you should apply. This is no, now this, let's say this is 0, right? Here to here area plus here to here area. Even line equation, take it as integration. That doesn't matter, right? If you, the integration lesson, you should remember definitely trigonometric value integration. Specifically, this angle never give alone. They are giving with some 2x plus 4, something like this. Integration, right? So then you should know this is integration minus cos 2x plus 4. This is over 2. This is differentiation is what? Sin 2x plus 4. This is cos 2x plus 4. Then 2x differentiate into 2 without forgetting right. Okay. Improper integrals, substituting the limits. Now when the limits substituting, especially show you are working, they are giving the full page to most of them, not showing. Just writing. If your last answer incorrect, you don't get the marks, right? Now let's say 2 over x plus 4 integration, right? This is limits given. Now let's say 5 to infinity, right? Dx. How to integrate this? This is take it up. 2x plus 4 to the power minus half dx, right? So then x plus 4 to the power minus half plus 1 half over half. Put the limits and show your substitution. 5 to infinity. Infinity substitute. This is getting 4. 4 into infinity plus 4. This working is a must, right? Otherwise, don't come and say, I missed the A star from 1 mark, 2 mark. These are the losing point of marks with your overconfidence, right? 5 plus 4 to the power half. Likewise, you do it, right? So then you don't get any mistake, these 4, right? So then this is infinity. Likewise, you have to, this substitution part also show it, right? Then only you are getting the full marks for this. Try to write more steps, right? Then you will get more marks. Even your last answer incorrect, you are entitled for the 99% marks. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you, this differentiation and integration, I told you, no, children, mix and give you. Definitely, they mix and give you differentiation and integration. Now, let's say curve equation given, y equal x cube minus 2 to the power 5, right? They will first part ask y and dy over dx, right? Then next part they ask hence evaluate. Like this, no, ask, hence evaluate 0 to 1 x squared x cube minus 2 to the power 4 dx, right? So then what is differentiate answer? 5 into x cube minus 2 to the power 4. Inside part differentiate 3x squared, no? Then compare this and this. Now x squared, x cube, this is correct. 5 into 3 only, not required part. Then we write first answer dy over dx equal 5 into 3, 15. X squared, x cube minus 2 to the power 4. Then take required part, dy equal 15, because we from this answer, we are going to make this question. 15 x squared, x cube minus 2 to the power 4 dx. Then look at this part same. Then only need to put integration symbol. 15 is a constant. 0 to 1. 0 to 1. 15 take to this side. Both sides divide by 15. This and this cancel. 1 over 15 dy. Dy integration is what? Y. This part don't do. This is no question. First part answer using, we make the question. That's it. 1 over 15 y plus c. This is our, we have taken the answer. Only thing is, we need to apply what is our y. Y is what? This one. X cube minus 2 to the power 5. We have taken the answer. Actually, no need to see. They have given all these limits 0 to 1. 0 to 1 apply and get the answer. Definitely mixed question giving, right? Differentiation and integration mixed question. Definitely they will give you. 1 substitute 1 minus 2 minus 1 to the power 5 minus 1 over 50. 0 substitute minus 2 to the power 5 minus 32 over 50. right? Then simplify and get the answer. This kind of question definitely they ask, right? I'll do, this is another question, because this differentiation first part, second part, hence evaluate. Then now let's say another one, I'll give you y equal root x plus 1 to the power 5 over 10. This find first dy over dx. Second part they ask 1 to 4, integrate this root x plus 1 to the power 4 root x dx, hence integrate. Then this one answer we have to use 5 into root x plus 1 to the power 4 into, this is root x integration, half x minus half over 10, right? Now compare this and this. Now root square root minus x, take it down. 5 into 2, 2 into 2, 4. 1 over 4, 1 over root x plus 1 to the power 4. Fine. Now look at this. This and this part same. Then cross multiplication. Take the dx. 4 dy equal 1 over root x plus 1 to the power 4 dx. Now this is our question. Answer we have taken automatically. 4 dy integration 4y. 4y 1 to 4. Right? This is the 1 to 4. Now y is what? This one. Y as a substitute, root x plus 1 to the power 5 over 10. Right? Then substitute the limit 1 to 5. Because y, dy integration, y we took it. Then root 5 plus 1 to the power 5 over 5 minus 1 plus 1, 1 root 1 over 5 to the power 5. This is the answer getting. Understood? Once you now once you enter to the exam hall, main two things keep it, remember that one is a one thing, radian degree, don't mix it and do it, right? That is a one thing. Other thing, because calculator very small, you can't see, sometimes you are confused with that. That is the one main thing you have to memorize. Another thing is, once you differentiation and integration mixed question give you, don't mix the, don't be overconfident. Refer the formula sheet and verify your differentiation and integration answers, right? That is the second thing. Because sin x differentiate cos x, sin x integration minus cos x. Both they have given in the formula sheet. What is the other thing? Area, volume, equation, memorize and go. That is not giving in the formula sheet. This one I told you, y dx, x dy part not giving. This one not giving in the formula sheet. 5y squared, 5x squared dy. Most probably giving this one, but this also they can give. Very rarely have given, they can give this now, right? About the y-axis part, right? This is the entire syllabus. Transformation question, if they ask you to draw the diagram, use the pencil, children. Don't use the pen, because even you use the extra booklet, you don't have original diagram there, no? Left hand side corner start and try to manage the space within the paper and do it without using the extra booklet. If you can do it, you can save your time. You can use, no problem. But rough work they don't give you. If you manage left hand side corner start and write like this way, then if you lost that space, you have this space. You have to fill it lot of things in the extra booklet, then only they will give you that they take your time. They don't give you extra time for cancellation. Any erase anything, you can ask the extra time end of the paper, right? But keep it, remember, you can't write anything. They will come and check it on examiner, right? If you need to extra erasing or cancellation, don't take care during exam time. That they will, when once you raise your hand, they will give you answer, right? To do extra anything, right? If you have any doubt, children, now please send me anything you can ask. Chain rule, keep it, remember, and sorry, rate of change. One question there is a possibility to give, because from long time not even the full question, and sketching the graph anyway, they will definitely give you. Series question, more time, take it, read it, and understand, do it. That is the only question you have to spend more time to read it, right? Otherwise, pure maths paper, less reading, more working. But series lesson, again and again tell you, more reading, do it, right? More reading, do it, and understand and do it, and otherwise, end of the question, you will see that is incorrect. Okay, children, then best of luck. If you have any doubts, send it to me, right? Okay, any doubts?